the Philadelphia Dancesport Championships with Bob Powers. So talk to me, Bob. How many times have you judged this event to your memory?
How many times
have you judged this event?
This is the second time.
Second time. What do you like about the Philadelphia Dancesport Championships?
Well, for me, it's kind of coming home. This is where I'm from.
Amazing.
I left here when I was 17, so it's kind of a homecoming.
Very cool. I love that. So, as a legend in the American rhythm style, when you're judging American rhythm today in these events, what do you see has transitioned and developed in the style that you like, and maybe what are some things that you're like, I don't know about what's happening in the style?
Well, the good thing is I think dancing has evolved, and the couples today I think are a lot more athletic. I think they take it a lot more serious than they did in my day. I mean, in my day, I think there was probably 6 great couples. Today, I think it's a lot deeper. I think it goes well into the semifinal, maybe even deeper. So there's a lot more people taking it a lot more serious and developing their dancing to a higher degree. The downside, I think, is the American style sometimes gets lost with the international style, so the lines aren't clearly defined. So we lose a little bit of that authenticity, especially in some of the dances like bolero and mambo. Maybe swing a little bit. So for me, if we shut the music off and we just watch people dance, would we be able to identify the dance right away? And to me, that's the true test. And so sometimes I feel like that gets a little bit lost in the shuffle.
Absolutely. And that's, I think, so important for us couples to think about as we're on the dance floor, is trying to figure out, especially in American rhythm where it is not like Latin that has a very clear understanding of what we're trying to represent. What are people looking for? What do they want to see? What makes the style unique and authentic? So if you have advice for people dancing in American rhythm, what would you say to them in order to continue to push the style, but also keep authenticity?
I think to understand the roots of the dance and what every dance should have a character, and what is the character of each dance, and not lose that. And yes, we want to develop it, and styles do change, but the roots should never change. And so, where did swing come from, and what did it look like originally, and trying to keep some of those authentic characteristics in place.
Fantastic. And then tell us, what do you do to stay involved in this world of ballroom dancing from your perspective? You judge, you coach a little bit.
I do.
And what would you say for people who are trying to continue to promote the growth of this sport and keeping it fresh, keeping it exciting?
I'm sorry, what do I...
What do you like to do in terms of like when you coach, when you judge and you're working with couples or working with students to help continue to bring them and inspire them?
I always encourage people to not neglect the basics. Like, everybody wants to do all the trendy stuff that's out there, but to spend time on basics. And like when we practiced, we always did a series of rounds, and one of those rounds was to do basics together, because I always wanted to feel what my partner felt like to just dance basics, and I feel like that's something that gets left out today. And I think lead and follow is what makes us so different than all the other styles of dance, and I think people need to spend more time doing that.
Absolutely, and I think it's so cool. We're seeing more and more competitions that are adding and figuring out ways to incorporate basics competitions even at a professional level, and so I love that concept of going back to the basics. Thank you so much for chatting with us today, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.